Today's High Performance Podcast is brought to you by Josh Phegan Digital. It's where you'll find our incredible short courses. In under 60 minutes, you'll grow all the key skills, covering specific areas like how to hire an assistant, grow a team, to list better properties, to grow better fees, and to master your pipeline. Welcome to High Performance, the podcast featuring Josh Phegan and Alexander Phillips. Alexander, differentiators are a massive part of what we do. You walk into that listing lounge room, you're trying to win the listing, you're in a position that there's a competitor who's down the road at maybe half the fee that you're about to go and try and charge when you're sitting there in front of that client. You've got to know the differentiators, the reason why someone's actually going to use you. Now, Alex, I'm a big believer that literally the best people who are going to tell you why they choose you are actually sellers. And they're probably going to tell you in the 36 hours after you've actually signed that agency agreement. So a really simple idea. I go to my clients and say, hey, why do you use me? They say, hey, Josh, energy, and also to the way you think, and you're a systems guy, so, do this, get that. So whenever I walk into a lounge room or whenever I walk into a training room in my world, I think, have I got good energy? Am I thinking? Am I in a position I'm teaching someone a system that's replicable that they can put into their business and go and write an extra $1 million in fees? What do you think about when it comes to differentiators, about why someone might make the decision to choose Alexander Phillips and actually pay more for the privilege or the pleasure to have you to be their agent?
Josh, over the years, I've probably heard about what everyone says about us, what they like about us, which is the hardest working, highest energy, intense, I would say, is what we are. And I think some people can't relate to that, and we're not their people. Most people do. So I think it's that energy, like you've said, in a room and being like present, being like fully prepared, explaining what we're doing, why we're doing, I've never told anyone I'm the number one agent in Australia for 8 years and I'm going to sell your house. That's not what we're about. We're about what we're going to do to actually get you the best results. So, I probably don't ask the question enough on why you're thinking about using us, and it's something that, we should probably do more so. But it's about, I don't think the clientele actually understands what happens in the background to drive price and to drive more people through. And that's really what we do. And like this year, we've even changed our dialogue. So every listing presentation I go into now, I say, this is our top 5 buy list. This is Josh Phegan. He's sold in Balmain. He's an underbidder on Military Road. He's got a budget of 7.5. He's on that list because he's ready to buy yesterday. My goal before your property goes on the market is to have a top 20 list. That's why my team's goal with every single property. We're going to have 20 buyers ready to go. So that, if I hear that as a vendor, I reckon that's pretty powerful. They're going to make it happen. They're going to push hard. They're proactive. That's what I'd want to hear. If I was selling my house in Vaucluse, I don't want to know when the open times are or the auction date, or we're going to do Thursday and Saturday opens, and and this is the internet marketing. What are you going to actually do for your $100,000 fee? And
I love that, like the little things that you do that are the big difference. And we're speaking about it before, when a buyer comes through and they're not successful in purchasing a property, here are 3 others to consider. So that buyer transfer and taking them to the next property is actually great service and great experience. I read a good quote the other day that made me think of you. It said, in the short term, you're as good as your intensity, but in the long term, you're only as good as your consistency. So that level of consistency, of energy and effort that you drill into the team to say, hey guys, all of these little 1%ers really do add up. Be great at the open for inspection. Make sure you call people back. Be ahead of the curve. Make sure that you're responsive. Make sure you know your stuff about what's actually going on in market. Make sure that you do the little things to identify who are those people that are actually going to go and trade up to come and have a look at this particular asset. And I said to someone the other day, if you've got a great 4-bedroom home, I want you to go in and find all of your pre-appraisals that you've done on 3-bedroom homes and ring those people and say, hey, Alex, I've got a great 4-bedder coming to market. You should come and have a look at this. If Alex comes and has a look at it, makes the decision he wants to go and buy the 4-bedder, then naturally he will then bring his 3-bedder to market. Alex, I asked a guy to go and do that in his database the other day, and he goes, I'll pull up all my appraisals. And he had 1,000 appraisals that he's done over the last few years. And interesting conversation, he couldn't bring up the 3-bedroom ones, because he never actually put bed, bath, car against his appraisals. Just put the address and the name of the person inside of his Excel spreadsheet. So the whole conversation here is, it's like, you got to start to make sure that you're super timely, that you're super relevant, that you're really energetic in the way that you get people there. How do you get your level of consistency? Is it about, when you talk about the 40 weeks on, that is like that you're on, and you actually need to learn how to turn it off, as opposed to a lot of other people are trying to turn it on, because they're always off. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we're always on. I think it's probably the way I've created my lifestyle, and my lifestyle is about getting up early in the morning, going to the gym, being planned out in the office at 6:30 every morning. Looking forward to going home to cook dinner at 5 o'clock. I'm not in the office late, but it's it's intense. Like it's, on Friday we did 9 appraisals. That's like on the hour every hour till 6 o'clock at night, which is super late for us. So we're very, if we're not on, we create the drive to be on. Like sometimes, like at the moment now, we're about 75% capacity, and that's on my mind. Like we should be at 100% capacity this time of year. Like we're selling a lot, and our numbers are pretty good. It's not going to be as good as last February, but that's what's driving. I'm looking at the 154 million we did in last February, and we're at 30 at the moment. Like I know my numbers. I know what I'm not even a third way there, and I'm over a third of way through the month. So that's what's
stay competitive.
Yeah, I'm competitive within myself. Not what other agents are doing. The other agents that we compete against, all they talk about is us. Listing appointments have had it happen a lot recently, and they're probably losing listings because they don't even know it. We're competitive to be better than what we were February last year, and what do we need to do to make sure we get there?